like, of course, 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. And it's generally called, I guess it ends up being called Seeds of Sorrow, but crowning cards were the Chariot, the World, and Justice. It starts off with, let's see, 10 of Wands, 8 of Pentacles, and 2 of Clubs. And these are some weird cards I made out of a deck of bicycle playing cards. I have tiny hands. Anyway, and High Priestess, who is withholding or protecting herself. 10 of Wands. Basically, it's a heavy burden. The craft of 2 paths and showing the way. High Priestess is withholding or protecting, defensive energy. 7 of Swords and Temperance. There is like a spiritual guerrilla warfare going on where dark magicians are stealing 10 of Cups and hiding truth. And it seems to be a thing where, okay, this is a new phone. I wish I knew how to turn off that stupid glare. But basically it's a generation of men who are in their King of Wands, King of Swords, kind of party mentality. It's basically these men. In this deck, my deck, it's a Jack of Cups, or it's men who are on a quest, to obtain, the American dream, as we all want. And they're just in these energies, are blocked in these energies of 4 Cup, 5 of Swords, 9 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles, in pursuit of their, 9 of Cups, their wish fulfillment. And they're just in these overall lonely sex, and being cold, withholding their feelings, kind of stuff. And this ended up being like this long ass reading that used up my whole deck. And I hate that glare. God, how do I use my phone? Anyway, so these men are in these clouded kind of mentalities, and they're choosing their King of Pentacles over their Emperor mentality, thereby blocking their destinies and their future. And it's backstabbery by the Jack of Swords. They're blind to the truth, or their real selves. They're blinded by too many options and defensiveness, putting themselves out in the cold. They're binding themselves and then keeping themselves, choosing to be defensive and blocking themselves from their offers and, their true callings from the divine. That I don't give a fuck attitude, just casual sex all day, all night, with a bunch of apps just to hook up. And they're just overall in these, like, little mental spaces, just blocking themselves in, like, trying to be the Marlboro Man or something. And, just, I've been called out for withholding shit. But I didn't know, like, it was gonna be this long-ass reading. So it is. It's like this Seven of Swords, this spiritual guerrilla warfare of modern man that are having their Ten of Cups and their mental clarity just basically robbed from them, underhanded. It's, curse of the Jezebel, I guess. Modern day narcissism. And then on a more personal note, here's a message from my Capricorn. Hey, baby. And, so, devil, which means, hey, that's my babe. And he is coming in with a message. Knight of Pentacles, slow as fuck. I think this was up here, but I moved in. But he is coming in to relay a message that he's had a change of mindset. He's got a different perspective now on this Two of Cups shit. He's coming out of hiding because he wants to go on a fool's journey. Because Knight of Wands comes riding in with a message. Fast moving. Because Wheel of Fortune, he wants to turn it. He's found the inner strength to leave the past behind him. I also take it as, like, his daughter's a Leo, and he's having to leave her behind. And he's very sad about that. Or, I don't know specifics on that, but, I worry about her, because her mother is kind of trash, and so is his mother. They're trashy women. And his daughter is a lovely girl. I'd hate to have her mindset jeopardized by the trash surrounding her. We're all a victim. We don't get to pick our parents. Anyway, Eight of Cups. He's been King of Cups, but not in a positive sense. Doing the stoic, with this, to me, like Queen of Wands, or Queen of Clubs. Queen of Clubs, that's Queen of Wands. That's like party girl. That's, just miss popularity, or, I don't know, just not a high quality woman in a negative sense. The tower fell. There was juggling involved on this bullshit pretend relationship. There was betrayal done by the Queen of Pentacles. And all this time he's been sowing seeds of sorrow. Five of Cups. And a spiritual awakening signified by the moon in reverse, meaning the illusion has ceased and judgment has been called. Hierophant can also symbolize a Taurus, which kind of is resonant as well. So that delusion is over and judgment has been called. Four of Swords, rejuvenation, rest, healing. On Six of Cups, on the soulmates. Ace of Cups is an offer being extended towards Ten of Pentacles and the Sun card. Six of Swords, Six of Wands. So it's, to me, that's divine, judgment being called, and healing and a victorious, or Six of Swords is a healing journey to the past over water. Six of Wands is victory. Four of Wands, union for death, Scorpio. I gotta turn it this way. Six of Pentacles. The universe is now gifting the Empress, who has been in her Queen of Cups hand. The Empress has remained in her Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups, like, energy. And whichever way she chooses, So by the Two of Swords, she receives her gifts from the universe, whether she wants her Mary Tyler Moore. Nine of Pentacles has Mary Tyler Moore card. Or if she wants to accept her offer of Pentacle from, the universe. God, these cards keep like interchanging like between Two of Swords and Two of Wands, and I don't know if it's my eyes or what is up with these cards. These cards are spooky that I accidentally made. I just like that they're set up for my hands and how they shuffled, and they just mess with my head. What is up with these weird ass cards? But so the divine has stepped in, and judgment is being called. And whichever way I choose, I win. And I'm gonna choose. My King of Pentacles. I waited this long, and poor guy was sowing seeds of sorrow. And, it's like you want to be able to trust the Queen of Pentacles. Being his mother or whoever the fuck he got involved with, like, I don't know. It's just, God, people are fucking mean, and they're just fucking, like, taking advantage of the label of mother, or that you've known them 20 years, and you ought to be able to trust people like that. And I mean, like, same situation mirrors mine. Like, just backstabber. I'm a little quicker to catch it. I've lost a couple of Bluetooth speakers, but I mean, come on, dude. Like, I don't know. I guess but his story like parallels a lot of what I've, like, I'm not in any relationships because I can see a pattern of this Jezebel kind of thing going on. These women taking advantage of their being a child's mother or being someone's mother, and then just blocking them from moving on to, and these, like, Seven of Swords kind of sneaky ways blocking people from blessings because, they want that child support check, and they want, they don't want their sons getting married and moving on to stable relationships, because then what is mommy gonna do for company? Like, who's gonna take me to the store? Who's gonna listen to my boring stories all day? If you get married, then I'm not superstar. And it's a very, I don't know, blocking one person's destiny blocks so many others from fulfilling their destinies, and it creates a lack mentality overall. And these women it's a learned helplessness. It's just so much easier to manipulate someone else out of their money than to earn their own. But these men, we got a generation of men who are just, just all day with the meetup apps and just, I call it lonely sex. Anybody that is messaging you on a Tuesday at 3 a.m. asking if, you want some vagina, like, just, like, who does that, first of all? Like, and just, that's sinister, that's creepy. But these men, you're supposed to just want to stick your wand wherever you go. But these men there's a dark magician kind of energy blocking them from seeing the obvious truth. Because who turns down, no string sex? But it creates a sense of boredom. It creates a lack of connection with others. Keeps them in a three-party energy. And how are you going to find anyone of quality if you're associating with trash? And they're in this constant inner turmoil, boredom, out in the cold. And they're not reaching their wish fulfillment. They are choosing the 3D over the spiritual, blocking any kind of real connection from forming or their future from actually progressing. And, Ten of Swords, Jack of Swords, choosing to exercise their options, because that's the manly, I don't know, it's so much easier to, like, send a message saying, are you looking to fuck, rather than, hey, you want to Netflix and cuddle. Like, apparently, it's okay to send pictures of your crotch, but God forbid you ask for a hug. And this is cool. That's totally cool. Like, hey, you trying to fuck? And then, like, totally not showing up, like, if you're not. And that is so cold to me. That is so sad. But that's cool. Oh, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Like, I don't need nobody. And that is so depressing to me. And so lonely. I'd rather be celibate than have lonely sex. Just saying. Because STDs are expensive to fix and embarrassing to explain. So, So, yeah. That's the reading I got. And I guess he sent me... Oh, no, it's all messed up. That's why I recorded it. I didn't know it was going to be like a 72-card read. But just his situation is mirrored over and over. And I've been having to go to these places. And I think we're just going to, like, hang out or whatever. And it turns into spiritual house cleaning. But, since Scorpio has been spiritually house cleaning, Ace of Swords is, yeah, I'm really obnoxious in that I'll just walk in, I'll be like, ooh, you got a spiritual demon. You got like a negative sexual energy in your room, and saging their shit out. And then, like, there'll be like a smell in their house, and it does. It smells like death, and it smells yeasty. And to me, that yeasty smell is a sign of, like, a sexual entity that is coming in. And so, look, guys, anybody that's offering you some vagina for nothing, like, yo, like, everything costs something. And they're, like, shady car dealerships. Y'all gotta stay off of them hookup apps. Because that shit is sad. And it leads to nowhere. So, anyway, that was a depressing reading that I got. And we're like all on and on. But on a positive note, now I see why they sent the Major Arcana. Because, like, yo, it's kind of depressing what we're sending. But there is a fast-moving energy. I guess it's spiritual ascension. The collective consciousness is raising. And we're going to bring justice to this lonely sex epidemic going on. Because, like, I don't have Medicaid right now. I can't afford no penicillin. So I'll just pass up deals rather than just because it's offered, guys, doesn't mean you have to say yes. That is a lot. An ounce of prevention is worth 10 times more than a pound of cure. STDs are real. There's more than just, like, that yeasty smell. I'm sorry, but, like, y'all, like, one wrong, you poke your stick in one wrong hole, like, I mean, then before you know it, that's another thing, is you are paying child support for 18 years. Now you've created another child that has an absent father in the home because it was just some hoe you met on an app. But then she knocked up because, she likes to pay her bills. And it is so much easier to collect child support and abusing their reproductive privilege as a way to provide for themselves. It only took 20 minutes at 3 a.m. on a Tuesday night. Or before you know it, now you got herpes for the rest of your life. And how is any quality woman gonna want to marry a man that has herpes? Like, so y'all, like, y'all gotta slow down on that shit, because that's sad and lonely. Like, man, like, just, and I keep seeing it over and over and over again, like, amongst my friends, people these days. Like, I'm in a cursed town, like, it's a whole other level, but in general, it's getting colder and colder out there. Just looking for some companionship or just to hang out. Everybody gotta pretend they're cool and they don't give a fuck. And, like, you don't know where your penis picture could end up. I mean, I was just borrowing my friend's phone on watching YouTube, and oh, damn it, now I saw somebody's crotch. Like, I do not want to see Tiffany's crotch. But damn it, like, I just want to watch YouTube while this dude was pass the fuck out, because, you know, I'm not putting out. I seen him sleep around and sleep around, and I'm like, ew, yeasty. And then, damn it, if I didn't see Tiffany's crotch. Like, fuck, dude. Like, I just wanted to watch, like, a funny video on YouTube, and now I know what that chick's... Like, y'all gotta slow down. Like, you don't know where those pictures end up. Y'all don't know... Like, fucking ask for a hug. Don't send the... Like... I don't know. It's just a sad... And it is getting colder out there. And it's depressing. So, anyway, there's that.